Hey, I'm back, out fresh on the scene. Franchise.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Real Talk with the novablaze and soulsurge again. Yes, we back at it again. You already know what it is. We're bringing you those real life stories that will have you laughing, even shaking your head, and maybe even recognizing your own neighbors. Today we're diving into the wild world of apartment living. You ever lived in an apartment complex? You know it's like a soap opera. Out there, everybody's got a story. And most of them even crazier than fiction, y'all.
Ooh, you ain't lying, Nova. Now, we got some crazy stories today, y'all, that'll make you appreciate the peace and quiet. For the ones that do have homes out there, make you appreciate that you do have a house. And also, it'll make you realize that for the ones that are in apartments, that you living in the thick of all the madness. Now, we got stories from the DIY exterminator to the 4th of July Karen meltdowns. We're hitting every flow of the building with this one. And trust me, for entertainment, educational, informational purposes, these are based on true stories. But again, we're using fictional characters, y'all, so follow along.
Alrighty, let's kick it off with our first story tale about a woman who decided to take pest control into her own hands. Now, I'm all for a little DIY, but this right here is a whole different level.
So, check this out, y'all. So, there's this lady, right? Now, again, for entertainment purposes, we're going to call her Betty the Bed Bug Buster. Now Betty, she lives on the 2nd floor, and trust me, I wouldn't even be putting this story out here, but for one, she wanted to make it be known to the complex that she was a personal exterminator. Every day when me or Nova or anybody, man, would just walk by her apartment, she would have this big old spray of just bed bug spray just hanging all outside of her apartment. And I'm like, of all places you're gonna want to put that outside, like you couldn't have put it up in a cabinet or somewhere where somebody won't be your business, you know what I mean? Like somewhere kind of ducked off, hidden, nothing. But hey, she was out in the open with it, and I guess she wanted to let people know she was a personal exterminator in her apartment. But now I get bed bugs are definitely like the devil's spine, and nobody wants that shit. But Betty, I mean, she was leaving just big ass bottles of bed bug spray on her porch.
Now, yo, you know it's bad when you see a porch lined up with Raid cans, like it's just decoration. Betty's out here like, if the management won't do it, I will. Looking at it. But here's the kicker. Betty ain't just spraying her own place. She even sprayed the dog too. Oh no. She out here offering her services to everyone else in the building.
Right. And then after she done sprayed her entire apartment and sprayed up her dog, then Poor she dog. Had the nerve to knock on neighbors' doors like, y'all good? Y'all need a little spray? I don't know. Maybe Betty was afraid that the bugs were gonna crawl down in other people's apartments, but she actually went to people's doors, asking them, could she spray their apartment? And the wildest part is that she wasn't even charging or nothing. She was just doing it for the love of the game and to make sure her tracks is covered. Or it could be just, the battle with all them bed bugs. That's a lot to handle. And I ain't judging nobody. I ain't judging her situation. I don't know how she got bed bugs, but she definitely made sure that they was cleared out. And you gotta wonder, like, was she really helping the situation, or was she just spreading more chemicals in her, not only in her own apartment, but I'm sure some of her neighbors too.
Poor dog. But it's definitely all love until someone gets a headache from all them fumes. And let me tell you, people are starting to avoid walking past her porch or her apartment building because of the smell is so potent. But hey, in a world of pets, girl, Betty's the hero, honey. Nobody asks her for nothing, but everybody low-key appreciates it. In her building, anyway.
Now, now we definitely gonna move on to another spectacle in the apartment complex. Now we talking about some fashion fails. Now some people, man, they just all out in the open, like they don't be caring. You know, they don't care who they around or who's around. For that case, they just come outside however they want. But we all know that we got that 1 or 2 or even 10 people who love wearing outfits they ain't got no business being worn outside.
Facts. And in this case specifically, it's like the apartment complex has its own fashion show, but make it a little chaotic, you know? We're talking about the women who are definitely a little too bold for their clothes. Like, sis, we see you out there in the brawling pants like it's just the latest trend, and you know it's 3 sizes too small. Too small. And then you just be out there on the stairs just having a wonderful time. Like, I understand you want to see your own stuff, but in the meanwhile, I can't even have my kids play outside sometimes because, man, my daughter was outside and this lady, the same one, she had this big old gown on and she had her legs all open. And my daughter noticed that she didn't have no underwear on, and she ran inside this house and told me that. I said, oh my God. You should have asked her if she needed some pennies on.
And then it's like, bruh, now, come on. It's midday. Kids is outside playing. And you out here in what looks like a lingerie with pants on. And if that ain't enough, just like what Nova was saying a while ago, she literally just stepped out in a dress with just no underwear. And it's hot outside. Like she was just trying to give everybody a show. And her man in the house. And I'm like, you ain't watching or checking for her before she step out the house? It's crazy to me.
Right. And I mean, if you're feeling yourself, that's cool. But there's time and a place definitely for everything. The place ain't the parking lot at 2 p.m. when everybody's outside. When the sun is shining on everything, you're trying to hide. And trust me, folks in the building are talking. Did you see what she had on? Did you see what she wore today? It's like live entertainment every afternoon.
Man, and you know, the problem is, or it's definitely a problem, when even the kids start to talk about it and even notice it. But hey, I mean, to each his own now. If that's what she like to do, I mean, hey, that's what you do. But if you gonna flaunt it, I mean, at least own it with a little pride. Now, mind you, she don't have kids, so she probably not gonna understand it from a place. You know what I mean?
For sure. But let's just hope there's a breeze warning next time. Please give people warning. Because one gust in that dress is gone to the wind, honey.
Lord, and I'll be traumatized forever. So, alright, y'all. Now, next up, this is a crazy story. So, we got a story that's like straight out of a reality TV show. Like, man, I wish me and Nova would have recorded that at the time when it happened. But, first of all, man, we got these 2 brothers, right? One night. And you know, the crazy part, we just happened to be recording. And all of a sudden, we just kept hearing like loud noises and banging. It sounded like 2 working outside. So you're like, what in the world is going on? So we're looking out the window, and you got these 2 brothers. I mean, they drunk as hell, and they was out there arguing out loud and about to get in a fight. And mind you, these 2 dudes was not only by each other side by side arguing. Both of them had kids in their arm carrying them, and then they had the other kids holding their hands, meanwhile arguing with each other drunk. So
That
so
was
yeah,
definitely crazy.
so instead of watching their kids, man, I'll let Nova get into all that, y'all.
Man, this one had the whole complex looking out their windows. So it's like about 1 a.m., right? So you're just trying to catch some Z's or doing whatever you're trying to do. And suddenly you hear shouting. Next thing you know, these two brothers are out here in the parking lot going at it like it's just wrestling match.
Man. But here's the kicker, though. Now, you know, I told them, like, they had their kids, right? Now, I don't know if I don't know who may have been watching the kids. It may have been, like, the grandma or something like that, because I believe they were at their mom's house or something when all that was going down. But literally, though, like I was reiterating earlier, like, they were literally side by side, cussing each other out. And then you can hear the kids crying. And then you got neighbors coming outside, looking out their window, and then like both of them were so lit, like they didn't even realize that there were people watching, or they didn't even realize what was just going on. They was just in a little moment.
Right. And it's not just a quick, little scuffle. They was dragging this fight out like it's a whole saga. People are stepping out on their pajamas, stepping on the patios, balconies. Like, is this really going on? Do we need to call the cops? Or just get some popcorn?
Childish.
It was that kind of situation. No cap.
And you know how it goes. Now, when fists start flying, now somebody gonna end up on the ground. And sure enough, now one of the brothers did eat some pavement, and we seen it. Like, he literally body slammed his ass on the ground.
Boy, you left the shoe sitting upward.
Yeah, dude, yeah. When I say, and he had some Jordans on. Jordan just all in there. Like, he got crossed over and shit. But then you got the other brother standing over him, man, just talking shit. And basically like, man, I could just beat your ass. But, and then next thing you know, the kids end up coming outside. And then they outside yelling. And then it just turned into just one big old mess.
Man, eventually some aunties came out and eventually broke the whole thing up, dragging them inside by their ears, literally, like they was some kids themselves. But at the same time, half the complex is already wide awake and got their entertainment for the night, definitely. But I'm happy it ended good. Wasn't no guns or nothing seriously hurt at the end. So that part made me happy. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Yeah, and it was dope though, because, man, when me and Nova was outside, you can just hear the brothers, like, they caught their little fade, whatever issue they had to hash out at that time. Yeah, they hashed it out and they hugged it out after they did it. And I thought that was just, like, really dope. But I thought that was dope as hell though. But I just look at it like, man, this could be a lesson for all of us. Like, if y'all get in situations like that, and if y'all gonna drink and fight, especially when y'all got y'all kids, and before this situation could have just turned into something like more serious,
way crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, don't get the kids involved. Don't have them around. Like, at least have somebody watch the kids. If y'all gonna be ignorant and do what y'all gotta do, but. Or at least, take that inside and maybe sleep on it. And maybe our minds will be different in the morning. But, yeah, like, let's not do nothing crazy like that, folks, if y'all get in situations like that.
Now, all right, y'all. Last but definitely not the least, now, we got the 4th of July story that you don't want to miss at all. Every complex has that one Karen, or maybe a couple Karens, and just decided to lose their damn mind. And our Karens decided to lose her damn mind on this most patriotic day of the year.
Man, and yeah, now this Karen right here, she was on a whole nother level. Like, so it's 4th of July, and we got the kids outside or whatever, and of course, like most people outside with their families, grilling or doing whatever they're doing, right? Popping firecrackers and having a good time, right? So tell me why this crazy Karen come from downstairs, in her apartment on the second floor, and started yelling, like literally yelling at everybody that was popping the firecrackers by her apartment, saying that her cats couldn't sleep with all the noise and they were scared. I mean, meanwhile, it's other fireworks going off in the background, but for some reason, the people that were popping the firecrackers close by was just bothering her and her cats.
Right. So instead of just closing her windows and turning on some white noise basically just music or anything that she's doing, fuck it, just put on some headphones or something. She goes full crazy on crazy mode, y'all. Sis grabs a fire extinguishers, and yes, a fire extinguisher. You heard that, man. And just started spraying everybody who's popping fireworks. She putting out a whole blaze.
Yeah, she was literally a fireman that damn day. But
yeah, she really was. Spray kids and all.
But for real, man, she was like literally yelling and saying like everybody's gonna learn a lesson about waking up her and her cats. You know, crazy stuff. And every time somebody lit another firecracker, she would keep running up on them, literally spraying them with the fire extinguisher. And people were like, the family that was dealing with her, they was just like yelling back at her, and she was still yelling, talking about how her cats was losing their minds, like they can talk.
Yeah, and of course, folks are laughing at it at first, like, is she serious? But then she keeps doing it, and it's like, yo, somebody get this lady before she turned the whole block white, because she was just spraying. All you see was just white everywhere. People's barbecue grills got hit. Kids running around end up looking like little snowmans. It was straight chaos.
And you know what's like the wild part? Like, after she felt like, I guess whatever she did was like justified and wilding out on everybody, you know, she decided to get her boyfriend or whoever the dude was to her involved. And after that happened, you know, finally, you know, somebody called the cops. They had already called the cops a while back. And when they roll up, she's still out there, extinguisher in the hand and everything. And then started to flip the script and make it seem like she wasn't safe, or, you know, they were endangering her and her cats, you know, yelling about how the fireworks is just a little menace to society.
Man, but check this out. But here's the best part. When the cops tried to calm her down, she started even spraying them too. They had no choice but to cuff her and take her inside. All white. She's ranting about how her cats deserve peace and quiet. That's the 4th of July. Nobody's going to forget.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a story. And please, man, let that be a lesson learned, man, for you Karens out there. If you're going to be a Karen, whoever you are, Karen, but at least pick your battles. I mean, fireworks on the 4th of July. I mean, that's a fight you're not going to win, you or your cats. So, might as well just forget about it.
And when we say Karen can be black, white, whatever. It ain't just a white person.
Yeah, we'll just say that's an individual who just likes to disturb the peace for their own personal reasons. We'll just say that.
Well, alright, y'all. That's it for today's episode of Real Talk with the novablaze and soulsurge. We hope you got a good laugh and maybe even recognize some of your own neighbors in these stories.
Yep. And remember, apartment living is all about coexisting, even if that means dealing with the occasional crazy. So next time, man, you see something wild, just know you're not alone. Trust me.
Alright, y'all. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
So you don't miss out on no more tales from the real world. React and relate. Share this with your friends, because we all got that neighbor who's doing the most. Definitely.
And y'all, man, stay safe out there. Stay smart, because y'all know how crazy this world is getting. And keep it real. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.